Hello everybody and welcome back to Coombe Valley Campers. Today we are showing you how to fit this headlight wiring upgrade kit to your T4 Transporter. So if you own a classic camper van or even a van of this age, this is an 03 plate T4 Transporter, you might have realised already that your headlights aren't particularly bright, and that's because of the way sometimes they've been wired up. What we're going to do now is show you the voltage you're getting at your headlights, and that's one of the main reasons why your headlights aren't particularly bright. The purpose of today is to fit a new headlight wiring loom that uses relays and a direct feed from your battery to bring a full 12.5 volts or more, depending on what your battery's reading, to the headlight bulbs. And we're going to put headlights in there as well, and it'll enable you to have the best possible lighting situation in your van. So this van in particular actually belongs to one of our own. This is Dan's. You may have seen him in, well, quite a few of our videos now actually. He's built this van completely on his own, but when we leave work at the end of the day, it's pretty dark, especially in the winter months, and he has been wanting an upgrade loom for quite a while. Now's the day, and we get to fit it for him. So this is a very good condition van, and it's actually still got all of the plastics underneath the bonnet, which is quite rare on an older van such as this. So we're just going to remove all of these bits and pieces now, which will give us access to the battery. We'll remove this filter housing, and that filter behind there just pops off as well. And now we've got access to the battery and to the back of the headlight. Now you can see there's been some wiring additions already, and I believe that's for the split charge system that Dan has installed on this particular vehicle. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn the lights on whilst the engine is running on idle, and then we're going to test the voltage at the back of this plug here. So the piece of kit we're going to be using to test the voltage is just this voltmeter here. Now this is a more advanced one, but you can pick these up for as little as £10 in the likes of Screwfix or any other hardware store. So once we've turned the engine on and had it on idle, we're going to test the voltage at the battery, then we're going to test the voltage at the back of the headlight loom. So there we go. Whilst the engine's running and at idle, we can see on the meter there that the battery is at a voltage of 14.2 volts DC. Now if we remove this plug, and it's not advised to do this whilst the engine's running, but we're doing this purely just to show you what's going on. I'm going to remove the plug here. So although the battery was reading 14.27 volts at the battery, we now got the test meter in the back of the headlight bulb holder, and it's 13.28. So it's dropped a whole volt at the bulb, and although that doesn't sound like a lot, it makes such a difference actually at the bulb itself. And with the addition of a new set of bulbs, the headlights should be so much better after this. So what we're going to be fitting today is this headlight wiring upgrade loom and bulbs from Rayne Automotive. Now the whole kit with the bulbs and the loom is available from rayneautomotive.co.uk. I'll leave a link down below, and effectively it's just a pair of relays that are taking a feed from the back of the headlight connector and then taking the feed directly from the battery, the 12 volt DC feed directly from the battery, and distributing it to both headlights. So we're not running through the existing wiring anymore, we're actually using the existing wiring as the trigger for the relays to activate. And we spoke about triggers and relays in one of our previous videos regarding split charge systems. So this really only has a few connectors, 5 connectors in fact, and we'll take a look. So we have one live connector here that connects directly to the positive terminal on your battery. We have 2 headlight plugs here, a female and a male. This plug here replicates your headlight bulb and plugs directly into the vehicle wiring loom behind the near side headlamp. This plug here then connects into the headlight bulb itself on the near side. And then the loom runs across the front of the vehicle to the offside, or in the UK, driver's side bulb. So we're pulling the existing wiring connector off of the bulb and replacing it with this one here. The last connection is this brown coloured cable with a termination on the end, and that goes to the negative terminal on the battery. And that's it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. So you don't need to cut any cables, you don't need to terminate any new cables. You're literally removing the nuts and bolts off the existing terminals, disconnecting the battery first of course, but disconnecting the terminals, attaching a live, attaching an earth, and replacing the plug sockets on the back of the headlight bulbs. And that's it, and we'll show you how to do that now. Normally, when we show you what tools you're going to need, we've got them all laid out nicely on the table, but really all you need today is a pair of side cutters, some cable ties, and a 10mm spanner or socket. Whenever you're working on any part of the electrical system on your vehicle, make sure you disconnect the battery. We're going to disconnect the negative first. As you've already seen, we have disconnected the female wiring connector from the back of the passenger side bulb. Now we're going to plug in our male plug into the female part of the wiring loom, and then we're going to plug the female plug on our new loom into the back of the headlight bulb. Before we connect this live terminal to the battery, we're just going to remove the blade fuses. 1, 2. As you've seen, we fitted our brown cable to the negative terminal on the battery, and we cleaned that up with a bit of Scotch-Brite because the terminals are all a bit grubby and we want to be putting the new connection onto a clean surface, and we've done the same with the positive as well. So now we've got those two connected, we're going to head over to the driver's side or offside if you're in the UK and fit the last connection. The last connection to make is this female plug, and that will replace your existing wiring loom on the back of the bulb. Now there's not a lot of room down there, so we won't be able to get a super nice shot of me putting it on. It is quite difficult to film under a bonnet, as you can understand, but when you're routing this cable, what you're aiming to do is to just route it underneath this front slam panel, and using cable ties will secure it into place. But the aim of the game is you want to have this safely routed out of any moving parts, and where it's not going to rub too much on any metal surfaces. So we'll go ahead and do that. So it's kind of a struggle to get this point out, to get this plug off here. So what you can do potentially, and I'm going to do that actually, I'm going to remove the lid of the airbox and I'll disconnect it from the intake hose as well, and that'll give me just a little bit of extra room to plug this connector on, show you how it's done, and also to replace the bulb in a little bit too. Now we've done that last connection on that bulb, it's a case of where are we going to route the wiring. Now you can make a nice easy route along this front slam panel, but what we found is there's not many points to connect to. Plus, if you're ever servicing the vehicle, the T4 panel at the front here is you're actually able to remove the whole thing forward or move the whole thing forward. So we're going to try and keep the cable up the back and out of the way. Now we found a nice little route here where we can follow an existing cable path up here. We're then going to move on to a cable path along here, and then we will cable tie our new lead just onto some of these hard brake lines, and then we'll drop it down to our fuse panel our relay holder, and I'll show you where we're going to locate that in a minute. So we were really scratching our heads as to where to put these relays. It asks you to have them upright, secure. By upright I mean having the terminals pointed down. So upright, secure, and in a dry area as best you can. And we found this really, really good spot where the housing is for the particulate filter for your fresh air system into the van. You remove the Allen key, you line this bracket up, and it lines up perfectly with the hole, and yeah, just replace the bolt, and it's a really, really good spot for it to be. So we're all plugged in now, all the terminations are made. We're going to connect the battery back up, pop the fuses in, turn the engine on and the lights on. And there we have it, we've got that kit installed. All the cables are now nicely routed, they're secure, they're not flapping around, there's no tension on any of them. They've all got room to move with the vibration of the car and the engine, and I'm really, really happy with how it's all gone in. Again, we've got the connections to the existing loom, to both the bulbs and onto the batteries, and we've mounted those relays, so I guess all that's left to do is to turn it on and see the results. The last test we're going to do now the engine is running and at idle like it was before, we're going to test the voltage of the battery, then we're going to test the voltage on the socket, see what difference we've got now. So at the battery we've got 14.22 volts. And at the headlight socket of the new Loom, we've got 14.12 volts, so 0.1 of a volt there, drop as opposed to one whole volt DC before. And although it doesn't sound like a lot, like I said before, it will actually be a huge difference. So the last thing to do is part of that whole kit, we're going to change the bulbs for the new night breakers, and we'll have a nice comparison shot for you at night at the end of the video. Another really good product from Rayne Automotive then is the T4 wiring loom and headlight kit. Very easy to install. We had, what, 5 connections, 1 on each bulb, 2 on the battery, and 1 on the existing headlight wiring loom. And we've got just over a 6% increase on the voltage actually at the socket. So brilliant piece of kit, and you will notice it at the bulb. As an addition, we've got the Osram night breakers in there too, and that will just give you a much brighter bulb than say your standard filament bulb in there. And that's about it really. What we've done is left an Osram bulb in and a standard bulb in that one, so we can do a final shot for you now and do a little comparison as to each, as to the difference between each one. It's given us an increase of just over 6% on the voltage at the terminal, and you will really notice that in the headlight bulbs as standard, but as part of the kit you get the Osram night breakers in there as well. So a very good piece of kit all in. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos on wiring or any other the Rayne products, you have a look at these 2 videos here. They are about split charge wiring and how to fit them. Thank you very much.